Okay, this is the next video. I'm sorry that other one quit so abruptly, but I had an alarm go off on my phone, so it just quit. The video quit. So I'm picking up where I left off. I've attached the breather tube to the back of the air filter plate, and I did just sort of bend this back into place, so now it's at least doing what it's supposed to. But I've got to find a spring that will, it's basically the return spring, causes the choke plate to return to the cold position. So when the engine's cold, this is going to be back like that in the closed, so you can see that closed position. And then when the engine gets hot, very quickly that thermostat goes whoop and moves it and increases the air to improve the mixture. And see, it doesn't go back because it doesn't have that spring. But for now, I've got to get this tank off of here because I think I'm sort of lucky, I think, and that's that the float is either working or it's so crudted up in there that it's not letting water pass. Because check this out, it's been out so long, it is absolutely slam full, as high as it'll get with water. And that's because of these two holes that were probably chewed in by a mouse or a squirrel or who knows what, a rat. So this tank is damaged. It's going to come off of here. So let's begin. I'll show you how to get this tank off. The way you do that is you lift it up. Let's see, I think maybe if I come in from this side, it'll be better. Because of the sun today and where it is. If I can get this sort of situated here. I really need this thing to be taller. I wonder if I've got this all the way out. I think I do, but anyway, oh, I know what's wrong. I gotta get this port up. Let's try that. Let's see, I'm gonna go this way. Go up, like that. There we go. Now, you can see the sun shining in on the tank. And what I'm gonna do is pull up on this tank. The gas cap thing needs to be reattached. I can probably do that now. Let's see if I can get that in there, but you know, this tank is bad anyway, so I probably don't even need to bother with that, but it just clips in there. And I think what I'll do is go ahead and take this off because it's dirty anyway. This is the air filter plate. You know, the carburetor has got to come off because it's probably full of water too. So I need my drill. And the 5/16 socket and a 9/32 socket in order to get this plate off, because I want to slip the carburetor off and the gas tank off at the same time, still attached. That's the easiest way to do this, believe me. Don't be trying to reach under here and moving hose clamps and all that. You can do that easier when it's off. So let me do the 9/32 first. And oh, of course they're missing. So somebody's worked on this and they just left those out. So really all I need is the 5/16. So let me get one of those. And there's two of those here and here. I don't know if I've got that. I don't know why that's slipping. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Just kind of at an angle. Not sure why that is. Okay, now because it's missing the two 9/32 screws, this thing is just going to pop off here once I free it from the that breather tube. So there it is, and I'll have to find the missing screws in my old supplies, and but now I can get the carburetor off and the tank off all in one unit without making a big mess or worrying about hose clamps or any of that. So I'm going to kind of wiggle up and down to get this tank to free itself, because there's these clips, a big plastic clip, one there and one there, and they clip into those slots. Okay, now this thing's full of water, so I'm going to now go ahead and pull off the carburetor, and the first thing that has to come loose is the thermostat arm, and it's a little thinner than this one, so it's kind of easier to get off. So I'm going to lift this up now and then try and turn the carburetor this way to get it off of there. That's not working. Let me just try pulling on it. There we go. So now this is out. That piece is out. So now I can turn the whole tank and carburetor this way. So this is now loose, and the thermostat arm is now loose. And I've got this mess right here, and I've got I can probably take a pause here, because what I'm going to go do now is empty all the water out of the carburetor and the tank. Let me show you what I'm going to do here. I think what I'll do is, the holes in the tank are here and here, so what I should be able to do is tilt it back this way, and now take the carburetor off. And somebody's already come in and worked on this, and that's why those screws are missing. So this should just come out. So I'm going to try and unscrew this carburetor. Not unscrew, but just get it to break loose by twisting it and pushing it and turning it. Okay, so the carburetor is out now. I'm going to set it right there. And I think what I'll do is come back here in a minute, and we're going to take a look inside this carburetor, and I'm going to just pour all the water out and throw this tank away and probably just replace it with one of my spares. So let me set all that down, and when you come back, we're going to continue trying to save this mower that had a squirrel chew on the gas tank.